Because you don't need more tools or the next big thing in terms of tools. You need your tools to be talking to each other. You've got 17 tabs open, 3 won't even load, and you have no idea which one is playing the music. Well, yeah, me too.
Utter chaos.
It's not just a problem with your browser. It's a problem in your business, because if you have one tab open for your calendar, one tab open for your email, another one open for your project management or your task tracking, your CRM, your client notes. Oh, and don't forget Claude, because Claude's going to help you move further faster. But the fact is, you've already got 15 tabs open. That is not a tab problem or a browser problem. That is a business structure problem.
It's just basically organized chaos.
Right now, Claude's just another tab, but it could be the central hub that connects all of your tools together so that you can operate from one place, still feeding all of these other places that you are working out of. But you need to write an email, you open, and it's already connected to your email account. Need to write an SOW? Already connected to previous SOWs that you've already written your previous clients. So this isn't just about using AI. This is about actually creating one source of truth for your business so you can actually do your work easier while having it all in one convenient location.
All aboard the imagination balloon!
After 10 years of helping businesses implement tech, I can tell you, the best businesses are the ones where the tools are actually talking to each other. The worst businesses are the ones that aren't. And you know why? Because they're spending so much time hopping between all of their tabs, going from place to place, completing tasks, but they're everywhere.
What a mess.
AI did not create this problem. This problem existed long before AI, but with AI, you have the opportunity to not only fix it, but fix it easily. And I help businesses, mostly coaches, consultants, and agencies, but also operators, implement Claude in their businesses so that they can get rid of their tech headache.
Wow. That's amazing.
And the way I'm going to demonstrate this for you today is through something really silly. So I have connected Claude to my calendar, but I was thinking, how do I actually show people how easy it is to use Claude to connect to your email, your calendar, things of that sort. So I am actually a Caitlin Clark and an Indiana Fever fan. So I decided that I was going to add all of their games to my calendar from Claude. So all I did, and you're going to see me do all I did was give it the schedule, and then it's already connected to my calendar. So all I did was tell it, please add these games to my calendar. Now, of course, in a business setting, this is going to look like project deadlines. It's going to look like recurring client meetings. It's going to look like, hey, pull this information from this email so that I can add this to my calendar. That's what the business side of this looks like. But I was trying to come up with a fun demo just to show you guys what's possible. So there are 44 games, and they were all added to my calendar simply because I told Claude, add these to my calendar. And as I go through this demo, you're going to see that at first it added everything. It wanted to understand the structure of what I wanted to name everything and of that sort. Then I went through and said, hey, can we change the color? Hey, can you also add the link so that I can quickly go to the place to go watch it? And it easily not only followed the instructions I gave it, but also easily updated everything as I kept adding in different clarifications later. This required 0 tab switching. The only reason I was switching tabs was to show you guys what was happening. So as this is showing you my very silly example, let's go ahead and dream about this in terms of your business. If you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you spend your days managing clients, that means that you've got tools everywhere. You've got your task management, you've got your email, you've maybe even got Slack and your calendar, all talking about different things. And the fact is that if you had one place where you could go and collect all of that information and distill it into one convenient location, how much time would that save you? Meaning that you could go to a chat that's already connected to all your tools and say, for this project, what's on the to-do list this week? Not only is it going to pull from your calendar, your email, and your task management list, but it's also going to distill it into an easily digestible list so you understand exactly what you need to do. And And it took you a matter of however long it takes you to say, tell me what my week looks like for this project. Pretty clear, this is not about convenience. This is actually about what happens to your brain when you're having to switch between different tabs, and really when you're having to context switch. When you're able to keep everything in one convenient location, one source of truth as I call it, it means that you're able to do things faster, and you're able to do them without losing your train of thought or having something else that you're looking at cause a new train of thought to make you lose the old train of thought, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, what was I doing?
It's just really frustrating.
I mean, either that or I'm alone on that, which I highly doubt, but still. So, like I said, this is a very silly example of this, me adding the Indiana Fever games to my calendar and just showing you what it's like when Claude is connected to all the tools that you use. But this could be very applicable in a real life business situation, not just the silly stuff. So Claude isn't just doing what you request, it's also taking into account everything else that you're connected to and everything else that you need to do so that you're able to manage everything that you're trying to think about at once. You know, at one point I had 14 clients. When you're trying to manage that many clients at once, things can really fall through the cracks because you're having to track so many different things, and the more tools you use, the more chances there are for you to forget something.
It gets worse.
If your browser has way too many tabs, the browser itself is not your problem. The number of tools is not your problem. It's how you're using them in your workflow that's really the problem. But the fact is that Claude is a way for you to connect all of those tools, and simply because all you have to do is log in, because you don't need more tools or the next big thing in terms of tools. You need your tools to be talking to each other. And the fact is that Claude can do that right now with your current tech stack. So if you're interested in getting started with Claude, connecting your tools, then I highly recommend you do my Claude starter kit, which helps you build your AI hit list that makes your life easier. But if you're not ready to commit, then start with my bootcamp. My bootcamp is going to walk you through a world where this is what AI looks like when it's integrated into your work week. There are so many hours that you're leaving on the table, so let's get those back in your life. So if you're interested, the links are down below. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, and hype the video. This is a new channel, so if you hype the video, it means that more people are going to be able to see it. And like I said, this is such a silly example, but imagine if we actually use these powers on your business to make your client management easier, to make your tool consolidation easier. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, I will see you on the next one.